a nice deep breath. You may want to go ahead and warm up the shoulders a little bit. Give them a tiny little roll. Maybe you just reach up there and use your hand to kind of warm it up. Squeeze it with some love. You have two shoulders, two hands. I'll do one side and then we'll work the other side. Loving on those shoulders, that neck, where we tend to hold a lot of our stress, where we tend to hold a lot of our tension, where we hold the trials and tribulations from the world. And maybe you just take both hands and run them up the back of the neck and just kind of hold on. And with your eyes closed, think about that connection, the place where your hands touch your neck. Are your hands cool, warm, wet, dry, soft? Notice all the textures, temperatures, everything about this touch. Good, deep breath. And then we let the hands just rest on top of your heart. Maybe one hand on top of the other. Shoulders back. And again, this connection. Noticing the touch and noticing everything about the touch. The rest of the world can fade into the background. This is your time with you. Your time to breathe. Your time to give yourself some loving touch. Putting your hand on your neck, or on the back of your neck, like right there at the nape. Can be just what the doctor ordered. Maybe that little contact can help us to kind of begin resetting our nervous system. So we move the hands. Maybe they're on the heart, maybe they're on the neck, maybe they're on your shoulders, maybe you rest them on your belly. But find somewhere that feels good to just kind of hold on to. And breathe. Just thinking about how you've been feeling lately. And is there a way you can kind of give yourself a reset? Just by thinking it. Just by breathing in this moment. Can you tap into your nervous system and give it a deep breath? Good. Bring the hands back to the heart if they are anywhere else. And this time, with your hands stacked on top of your heart, allow your face to form a smile, even if you have to kind of push it on there. We're going to give our brain an opportunity to realize this is good, this feels good, this makes us happy. Taking time to breathe, to touch ourselves in a very sweet manner. And just taking this time before we engage with anybody else. good. The hands can go ahead and rest in your lap. And your eyes can remain closed. Feel free to make a decision here. Would you like to keep sitting? Is that serving you today? Would you like to lay down on your back, put your feet up for a little bit? What can help make this a nice, luxurious experience for you? That place where you so gently put your hands. Those breaths you took to acknowledge all the hard work you've put in, all of that safe strength you've been building up. And now with a few long, intentional breaths, we can give ourselves a full reset. If you like working with visuals, you can imagine like your whole body covered in hairs, and all the hairs are standing up on their ends because they are excited, activated, ready. They've been worked. They're very alert. And as you breathe, starting with the hairs on the very top of your head, you take an inhale and they kind of sway to one side. Exhale, and then kind of sway to another side. And you take another breath, and they kind of stretch and become as long as they can. And then you exhale, and they all begin to lay down. And then you pick a new section, a little further down on the head, the back of the neck, somewhere around your cheekbones. Feel those hairs sway. Stretching. And softening to lay down. And then we pick another section further down the body. We breathe as the hairs sway, get movement, begin to flow with effortlessness. A deep breath to find stretch, and an exhale to find release and relief. Good, pick a new section. Breathe. Stretch, soften. We're just going to keep this process going, repeating until every nervous little hair on our body gets a chance to have a breath, have some movement, have a stretch, and find a nice resting place. chest hairs begin to make their way into a nice laid position. Take a moment to notice how that process made us feel. And then I want you to come to your heart. We're going to visualize the same thing, that entire organ covered in these little hairs all over. They're all standing on end, maybe a little this way, a little that way. Symbolizing all the stuff that might be in there. And without fighting, without resisting or trying to change, we simply breathe and allow ourselves to reset. So you inhale and the hairs on the heart just sway a little to the right. You exhale, they sway left. Maybe again. And then a deep breath helps those little hairs to stretch out as much as they can. And they exhale, they just fold over. Laying themselves down with such ease. It brings this sense of joy to the innermost parts of our being. And maybe you have to do it in sections too. We've got big hearts. Take your time. Take another breath. Get those hairs on the bottom and the back side of your heart as well. And as we feel those nerves laying all relaxed and happy on our inside and our outside, just take inventory of that shift. And then we're going to give ourselves an opportunity to envision a large glass of water, the purest, clearest, happiest, coldest water available. A tall, crisp glass. And we're going to take a drink. Let that cool, pure water roll over the tongue, down the throat, refreshing the heart, helping to slick any resilient hairs that might still be trying to stand. And like another breath of fresh air, there's a cleansing, a calming. Yes. If you like cold plunges, maybe you have an even bigger container of this fabulous water. Maybe even one of those big bathtubs just appears right there next to you. Easy peasy. And if it feels right, go ahead and get in. Feel yourself flushed on the outside as well as the inside. And yes, it's a vibrant experience, but it's also joyful. Not quite jarring. More refreshing, bright, invigorating. All the hairs get a fresh dip in some pure water, the ones on our outsides, the ones on our heart. And you can continue drinking or continue bathing in these waters as long as you'd like. When you're finished, just let ourselves stretch out in a little sun patch somewhere. Somewhere we can feel the bright golden rays, the heat, the hope, the healing. Breathe. Beautiful. Take another breath. Acknowledging the shift between resetting our nervous system, purifying our insides, finding joy in the process, relief in the process. And even with all that shift, all those goods, we can take this very full experience and allow it to integrate into our current being, as if we were settling back into that seat where we started, with the water, with the hairs laying down, with the joy, with the golden light, all the things that bring us to 100. That bring us to a full and vibrant version of ourselves. That's where we allow ourselves to ease into and to ease out of this meditation with all that good. We take a few breaths, we feel ourselves filling up our being. We breathe as we feel that joy, the heat and the cold, the sweet touches, the nourishing water, all the goods. Here is where we reach our arms out and up, big stretch. Exhale, the hands come to your heart. Good, let's do 2 more of those. Moving through space, big stretch. Arms out and up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last one, inhale to reach. Exhale. Welcome back. Great work. Namaste.